Stop using the scale as a weight loss goal. I get it. It makes sense. A numeric goal, easily defined, simple, prone to getting there as quickly as possible. We've all done it. I've done it. You know, it's a common thing that you just want to reach X amount of kilos and then that's the goal. And when you get there, you're done. But why is the number that you weigh your goal? Because the likelihood is that you're not a pro athlete. You're not trying to make weight for a boxing match. You're not an Olympian. You don't have to be a certain number of kilos. You're not doing a bodybuilding competition, right? So why is it that the number that you weigh is your goal? And then what happens when you reach that goal? Do you then go back up? Do you try and go down even further? Do you just try and stick to that exact number? Most of the time, when people hit their weight loss goal, the number on the scale, they then change the way that they're eating back to how they used to eat. What people usually mean when they say they want to be a certain weight is that they want to look a certain way. They usually mean that they want to wear certain clothes. They want to have freedom on picking clothes that they want in the store. They want to not be associated with the stigma of being overweight wherever they go. They don't want to feel self-conscious. So really, their goal isn't a number. Their goal is a lifestyle. I used to look at scales a lot. Scales are really misleading. In fact, in a future video, I'm going to show you exactly how misleading scales can be. So instead of using scales, I try to ask myself, forget the number on the scales as a goal. Forget that as an aim. In fact, now I don't even really weigh myself. Instead, I ask myself two questions. First question is, do I eat with purpose? If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know that I don't eat with a certain set of rules. I don't count calories. I don't try and exactly eat the same thing, but I do try and follow a foundation of a style and way and lifestyle of eating. That is that I go for foods that have high satiety, that don't spike my insulin too much, and that are going to give me energy throughout the day. Generally, if you follow those kind of rules, you'll find that most of the things that you eat are going to be healthy. You can look at videos I've done where I've talked about 5 foods that I add to my diet a lot because they fill that criteria. If I eat like that most of the time, I feel healthy, I feel better, and I eat healthily. The weight then becomes a side benefit to how I live. I don't have to care about it. I don't have to look at it. If I go up or down by a kilo or two on the scale, it's not going to change what I actually feel, which is you're not going to notice that I look any different. If I stand on the scale and then add a kilo or a kilo and a half to it, or down a kilo and a half to it, if I'm obsessed with the number on the scale, that's going to matter. But if I actually just care about how I feel, how healthy I am, how I look, the clothes that I can wear, what I can do, how mobile I am, that 1.5 to 1 kilo, whatever it is, it's not going to make much of a difference. It just doesn't have the same impact on my life. The second question I ask myself is, did I lose control in the way that I ate? Everyone eats unhealthy sometimes. Even Cristiano Ronaldo eats unhealthy sometimes, I think. I'm sure I saw an interview once where he said that he eats junk food from time to time. The goal isn't to never be unhealthy. But if I say to myself, I feel like a scoop of ice cream, or I feel like this dessert, or maybe let's say I'm out with friends and they're getting dessert and I want to eat that dessert and I want to enjoy it in social company and enjoy a dessert that I like, then I'll eat it. But I'm in control of it. I made a decision to eat that dessert. I chose to eat it, and I'm eating it because I understand that even though it's probably not the healthiest thing for me to eat, there's other benefits to it. The taste, I'm enjoying it, I'm in good company, and I want to savor that experience. That is very different to, in fact, that is very different to having my hand in a box of crunchy nut, dry, just in there, putting it in, watching TV, stressed, another fistful, putting it in, and before I've even finished swallowing this mouth, I've got my hand in it and I'm about to take another bite. That is completely out of control. That is not me eating for taste or for enjoyment or for the experience of it. That is me looking for a vice and maybe a sugar rush or some sort of almost addictive behavior to try and find some happiness or joy in that because I'm not getting it somewhere else, or because I've had a difficult day, or because I'm out of control. That is definitely me losing control. So if you are somebody that obsesses over the scales and you find yourself going up and down and up and down and up and down, then try this. Try asking yourself just these two questions. Did I eat with purpose? Did I eat to feel good and healthy, to nourish myself, to feed my body with the things that's going to give it energy, feel full? And secondly, did I eat with control? Food isn't inherently good or bad. All food is just a makeup of different chemicals. Did I make a conscious choice, or did I let the food that I ate control me? And if you can, most of the time, answer positively to both those questions, most of the time. Everyone has bad days, everyone has lapses. But if most of the time you're answering positively to those questions, you are on your way to living a life that you want to lead without the anxiety of the number of the scale. And even that in itself is you being in control. You're not letting the scale control you. You're not letting it dictate your mood. You're not letting it upset you. You answer two simple questions. You're taking control of your diet, your lifestyle, and your weight will become a positive side benefit to that.